the two big fights that he mentioned, we did a short rest after the first one. We have not done a rest after the second one, but we did use up whatever some healing to get our hit points back to normal. So that's where our statuses are, where they are. The spells used and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So where you guys are is Nadia is typically your scout. She's your monk. She has boots of spider climbing. So her normal MO is to climb up a wall and walk around on the ceiling. But here in these 6-foot tall corridors built for dwarves, doesn't make a lot of sense. So she's staying on the floor. And you guys have proceeded up the passageway here. Nadia has just peeked around the corner and she can see into a chamber, but that's about it. And then she knows that there's a door just around the corner.
Okay. So should we start moving then, Jimmy?
Sure.
Tokens are locked. Do you want to have them locked or unlocked?
Let's keep them locked.
Okay. So Nadia will start by moving up here quietly and is going to listen at this door and see if there's anything she can hear at the door. Obviously, she may hear something in the big open area too, but seeing what she can hear through that door.
Okay. Roll me a stealth in the tower, since I don't remember what your stealth was last time.
Do you want a perception as well?
Are you listening to the door? If you are, then yes. You don't really hear anything. You're pretty certain that it's all quiet. You can tell that the door is locked.
Okay. Nadia will wait for folks to get up here and whisper back that, hey, door's locked, don't hear anything there. And then once they're there, I'm gonna keep moving myself up. I'm gonna move up to the corner. Again, stealthy, all that kind of good stuff. And
okay, so when you get actually to here,
sure,
you notice. Let me unmask some stuff for you. Let me see. What's your distance? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. 60.
So what you see in this room as you get a little closer is you see some cracked marble pillars that line the walls. You can see the ones on the west end and just the bare hinting of one here just to the south of the entryway.
Anything else notable I can see?
Yeah, there looks to be a rough built fire pit just kind of off center, kind of just right there at the end of this arrow of the pointer on the table. And there seem to be, what you can see a couple bedrolls. You can't see them all, but they seem to be kind of arrayed around a little bit towards that fire pit. The fire pit is not active, it's on, which means the room is still dark.
Okay.
And it looks like a wooden table is at the western end of the room, up against the wall over here. And in the southwest corner, you see a giant spider, which does not seem to see you.
When we're saying giant, how big are we talking?
Yeah, you can see him on the map. He is of a large classification. So 4 squares, tier 1.
Kind of like that owlbear.
Yeah, kind of like that owlbear.
All right. So, I'm going to pull back just enough to let the to talk to the rest of the group. And I'm going to let them know, hey, got a big room, coming up here in front of us. It looks like there were creatures in there that because there's bed rolls and a fire pit that I can see, but it's not being used right now. But the one thing I could see was a big honking spider. And when I'm sitting, and I tell them, when I'm saying it's a big spider, it's about the size of that one of those owl bears we were fighting. So the question is how do we want to proceed? I can start shooting at it and see if we can pull it to us and bring it down to us, or I can go and see if I can see more in there before we do that, so we don't get overwhelmed.
He's as big as the owlbear, but that's still small enough to fit through the corridor, right?
Yeah, he'll fit wall to wall, basically. I mean, there'll probably be a little bit of space between them, but yeah.
I could help you shoot if we decide that that's going to be the case.
Sure. Do you guys want me to figure out if I see more in there first, or do we want to start pulling it?
It's probably worth knowing whether there are more. If he poisons any of us, do we have any? I don't remember exactly how poisons work in here, but do we have anything that'll help with that?
Are you asking me?
I know. I'm pretty sure I don't, because I don't know. I have no more of my lay on hands anymore, which I think have cured poison.
Tertius has lesser restoration, which I believe cures poison.
It does.
Okay. That was mainly what I was wondering.
I have cure wounds, and healing word.
I don't think that those cure poison, though. They'll just cure the damage. Yeah, those show that they cure damage. I don't see anything about poison. I have two lesser restorations if needed. I mean, if I need to, I have 2 second level spells I can use. So
Okay.
Why don't we find out what's up here? So Nadia will continue her stealthy way. Why don't you guys arrange yourselves at the top of the stairs? And if needed, I'm going to back down give me enough room that I can kind of scooch between Bogner and Dalen if I need to. But so, Jim, I'm going to go ahead and continue. My first thought which is to come up to the edge here, being stealthy and trying to, just see, are we going to get more than just the one guy? Or are we going to get one? Or there are other
Okay.
things in here?
Okay.
You want another stealth roll?
Nope. That's not what I wanted. That's what happened there. Okay. All right, so you get up here, and you're going to peek around. And let me uncover. Yep, easily uncover everything. And you're going to see 3 more spiders that do not see you. You will see 2 bugbears. And you see what looks like what you've heard of is a drow. Similar to the doppelgangers that you've come across before. All right, so let's do this. Let me give you one more. Give me another stealth check in the tower, since now you're being extremely stealthy, and you know that something's in here. Okay. So you peek around, and you see this group. It looks like the drow is holding court. Really, there's a table, or not? There's a table indeed by the west wall, over there by where the spider is. The drow seems to be looking at this statue, and you can see in the chat there that there's 6 cracked marble pillars that line the walls of this hall, at the north end of which stands a 9-foot tall statue of a dwarf seated on a throne. A mighty stone warhammer sits across his lap, and large emeralds gleam in the statue's eyes. The debris and dust covering the floor have been swept to one side, and a camp of sorts spreads in front of the statue. Half a dozen bedrolls or so in packs are neatly arranged around the rough-built fire pit. Wooden tables on the west side between the 2 pillars. 2 bugbears stand by the table, flanking a dark elf dressed in black leather armor and robes. He clutches a black staff with a carved spider at the top and frowns, although he doesn't see you at this time.
So he doesn't say
Doesn't say that.
either.
Nope, he just doesn't see you just yet, because you've just kind of poked like an eyeball around the corner.
Okay. So knowing, what I've seen, obviously there's a chance that, they can see me, or hear me as I come back, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to inform the party of what I've found. Tell them, there's 4 spiders, big room, tell them what I can. There's 2 bugbears and another either doppelganger or drow in there. Everyone we found that was a drow was a doppelganger, but who knows, we might run into one that's actually a drow at some point. So, I also let them, are we able to tell that those double doors go back to where we're, based on Bogner's knowledge of caverns and dwarven tunneling and all that, are we able to tell that those double doors probably go back to where we've already been?
Yeah, Bogner would know that. In fact, I mean, it's a pretty tight area you guys walked around in. You've got a pretty good idea that that's where it goes.
Okay. So, I can let everybody know kind of the layout there. Those double doors we saw earlier, that's this room that we're coming into. And then this hallway here leads into it. I don't see any other exits. and I see that, here's the creatures that I see. So now we can determine what we want our battle plans to be. I think, so not to get overwhelmed, we probably don't want to get too far out into that room with all these critters, but we definitely need to pay attention to what that drow is going to do.
I think we're going to want to pull him down the stairs and around the corner.
Well, do we want to pull him slowly, or do we want to? I mean, there's only going to be one of those spiders that can fit in at one time.
Right. But it depends on, will they get ranged attacks from behind the spiders? Even if we're partial cover, it might be easier if we pull them back to the landing above the next set of steps.
True. My worry is not being able to see whether or not some of them are going to exit the doors and try to come around from behind us.
Yeah, that's true too.
So that's why I'm saying maybe we start up here. If we see them starting to move back, that's when we start moving down and understanding where we're at.
Okay. Yeah, and well, I guess the next question is, will the people at the bottom of the stairs be able to attack anything down the hall, or do we need to move forward so they can come to the top of the stairs?
I think you need to move forward. As a matter of fact, I think you and Bogner need to be the lead attackers, because we don't want to be fumbling around.
Right.
I'm gonna move you guys back just around the corner here.
We
As
could
you're in
always
this discussion, right?
we could always see what's in that door.
It's locked.
I mean, I have some thieves tools. I could probably get into it.
Well, we can try that. We want to make sure we're staying pretty quiet. So, and I'm a little bit leery about now trying to do a silent spell. It's too widespread. So, we definitely can look in there and make sure what's in there.
All right.
Do we want to do that?
It would give us even more defensible location if we can get in there.
Sure.
That's very true. A place to run into.
All right, so we're gonna try to stealthily open that door. We'll let Evander do that, and I'll stay up at his side while he tries that.
Okay. So, Evander, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Okay. So you get up there and go ahead and roll me a Thieves' Tools check. Okay. So you're fairly quiet with Nadia, reminding you to stay quiet, and you sit down, work the tumblers a little bit, and seems to unlock the door. No problem.
All right, Nadia will keep a lookout. If you, I don't know if Evander, if you want to try to open it, having our two armored guys come up can make a lot of noise. So I try to tend to avoid that if we need to. But if you don't feel comfortable opening it up, look what's in.
I'll open it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want another stealth check?
Nope. Okay. We'll just keep the same one. All right, so you open it up. As you look into the room, you see some dusty drapes along the walls. As you open it up a little further, it looks like a rather Spartan quarters for maybe a priest. There's a bed, a brazier, and as you open up a little bit more, you see that there's a disheveled dwarf that is bound and unconscious on the stone floor. And I'll uncover the map here.
Okay.
And I'll kind of whisper over to Nadia, "Hey, there's a dwarf. There's somebody in here."
All right, so Nadia will take a quick look in once you see that, but she's going to indicate, let's pull back to the landing. And I'm assuming, Jim, you're making rolls and stuff, seeing if anybody's detecting us or whatnot.
Oh, always.
Okay. So we'll come back. We'll inform the group that, hey, there's definitely a room that would probably be defensible, at least one way in, one way out that we can see. And in there appears to be another dwarf, maybe one of Gundren's brothers, not sure. But maybe that's where we pull to. If they decide they want to try to surround us, we pull back into that room if everybody's agreeable.
Yeah, I agree with that. They can't send more than one, well, maybe 3 people at us at a time if they don't have any spiders there.
Okay. So
and one of those maybe on the stairs may not be able to attack us.
Sure. Somebody join or just, oh, there he is. You want to go ahead and switch ownership there, Jeff?
Yeah.
While you're doing that, I'll give Kevin an idea of what we've done. So Kevin, last time we had finished in that chasm, and had decided to go to the tunnel that was up northwest, and we've just found at the end of that tunnel, we're still stealthed. We haven't found nothing's detected us yet. It's a pretty big room. It's got four giant spiders in it, a couple of bugbears, and another, what we assume is a drow, but that's been a doppelganger each other time. But right now we can only assume it's a drow. And we've also discovered another room that has a bound and unconscious dwarf in it. But we haven't gone in and tried to wake up that dwarf or anything. Right now we're thinking we're going to try to use that room as a fallback location for battle. And we're right now talking about how we're going to set up this battle. So it looks like we're going to have you and Dalen kind of start the battle, and we're going to battle in a 10-foot hallway, so that we can't get overwhelmed. And then from there, we're going to, if we need to, we'll back up into that room.
Okay.
Did you just hide that all again, Jimmy?
Yeah, actually, rather than do that, because that's going to be a pain in my butt. I'll just do this.
Yeah, so we can't see what's... Yeah, that makes sense.
There, that's easier.
So once... Okay, so you've got... Are you able to see the map, Kev?
He's connecting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just
yeah,
saw that.
he can in and see it.
Okay. So, when I described to the rest of the group what this room looked like, you can obviously see what the room looked like. But I'll tell you that in the bottom southwest corner, there was a giant spider. Southeast corner, there was a giant spider. And then up towards the northwest pillar, there was a giant spider just below it. And the southeast pillar, there was a giant spider right below that. And then around the star, right in front of the star, was a bugbear. Was the drow, and then a bugbear to each side of that star. So just so you kind of know what I had seen. And then in this room that is got the single door right next to us, that there's a dwarf that's bound and unconscious in there.
Okay.
And so our thought was we're going to fight in this hallway, so that, these spiders are the size of the owlbear that we had fought before. So we're going to fight in this hallway so we can't get overwhelmed. We do know that this room is like they can get out through those double doors, and potentially if they want to come back around and get us, they can. So worst comes to worst, we're going to pull ourselves into this where they can't all come in and bum rush us.
Okay. So are we gonna move up and fight in the hallway just outside that room? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're going to move up and fight kind of like in the first. Let me see if I can. How do I draw the circles again?
Alt, Control, or Shift, and left and right click together. And then for whatever reason, your color schemes got blown away in all of the updates.
I didn't have a color scheme.
I didn't even know you could have a color scheme.
Yeah, it's the palette. So in the upper right of the table, there's that below the party sheet is the colors. It looks like a painter's palette.
So I figure you guys, can you see the circle I just put on the map? I don't know if it's only for me.
Yeah, I can see it.
I'm figuring that that's where we're going to be fighting from. That's going to funnel them into here. So you and Dalen are going to be that up front. I'll be kind of in between, and then our other two will be behind, attacking where they feel like they can. And either, depending on how the battle goes, whether we push in or whether we pull back. Make sense?
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
Jim, how do I get rid of the circle again?
You can right click on it.
Right click on it.
And pointers. Remove pointer. Remove this. Or remove all. Or I can just.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I hear a voice I don't recognize.
So that's our new player, Aman. And he will be playing a bard. But for right now, he's going to be playing Evander, a bard. So say hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
What was your name again?
My name's Kevin.
Oh, Ammon. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Evan.
Very cool. All right. Well,
Well,
roll me initiative. And we are still, let's see, yeah. So go ahead and position yourselves, I guess, how you guys want to be, or how do you want to initiate this? Are you guys going to send the two clanky guys to march up there and draw attention, or?
Well, I'm going to tell them, we want them to try to be quiet on the way up there, and I think try to get at least one surprise, attack with maybe a javelin and a thrown hammer before we have to face whatever.
Okay.
Ideally, we're going to want to get up to there.
So you guys will be there when Dalen can see the spider in the southwest corner. And
Sure.
Bogner will be able to see the spider in the northwest corner. Go ahead and you two roll me stealth checks. Roll it out in the open so we can see, so we can all enjoy how stealthy
So
you
you
guys
can
are.
all laugh at her.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can all laugh at our full plate armor, guys.
Yep. Well, it's not too bad. Bogner seemed to do okay. Dalen, in his typical fashion, though, seemed to make a little noise. And so, if it's your intent to step up and then do a ranged attack as soon as you see something, then I will let you each do that, and we will be at top of the round.
Yeah, that's what I would plan on doing.
All right. So, Dalen, you can take a ranged shot against that giant spider, You do not have advantage because he does see you and hears
Right.
you. Bogner, same
And
thing.
if it's long range, is it -2 or disadvantage?
It's disadvantage. So what are you throwing?
Javelin.
Let's see. Yeah, so anything over 30 feet will be at disadvantage.
Okay. Should I go ahead and do that then?
Yeah, absolutely. You can
You
click disadvantage and go ahead and check it.
I don't know why I dragged 4 of them. I thought
You targeted yourself.
Oh, good.
But you missed yourself, but you did hit the spider. So go ahead and roll damage. All right.
just grazed it.
Bogner, you'll be at disadvantage as well, but you are just within your range. And you miss.
Okay, so now we're at the top of the round, or are we?
Yep.
Okay. So Tertius can't see anything yet, right?
No. And in fact, you guys currently don't seem to have any real light sources. If you do, it's very, very dim light sources. This whole area is dark. So you'll either need to produce some light so they can see. Because I'm assuming as you guys were walking around and scouting, you had doused any torches for those two.
Tertius, the whole time we've been traveling in here, every time we've needed
has
light,
produced
has
flame,
produced flame. Right. So he'd be able to produce he'd be keeping that up just around him regardless.
Okay, so we'll say he had that on him as he came in. What's the radius of that produced flame?
Oh, radius. It's got a. Let's see. It says 30 feet, I think.
Well, that's
It's a 10-foot radius.
Yeah,
of
10
dim
feet.
light
10
and
feet.
additional 10 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
So 20 feet.
Okay. So basically, he can see to the opening, to the edge of the opening.
Sure. He's going to go ahead and hold an action. And he's going to hold a flaming sphere. When he sees something come in, he's going to try to pop it down on the whatever it comes in.
Okay, wherever seems to make sense. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Next.
Nadia, she can't see anything yet, right? So she's going to hold an action as well. She's going to hold a bow shot and attack whatever comes into her range first.
Okay. And sure enough, a spider does come around right up to Bogner and Dalen. And realizes his folly as soon as he gets in there, so he'll try to bite.
Do we get our attacks first?
Yep.
Held actions?
So technically, you would have seen him here.
Well, Nadia would have seen him here, but Tertius wouldn't have seen him until he got closer.
Correct. So Nadia, you can take your shot. And that will hit.
Not much damage.
And then by here is when Tertius will see the spider start to enter the periphery. So he can either do it now or he can wait until the spider moves fully into the light, into the dim light.
I think I'm going to hold it. I know that there's more things, and I'm hoping that maybe I can catch something else.
Okay. Right. So the spider's going to come up here, and it's going to do a bite attack against Dalen. And it's going to miss. And in fact, it actually comes up on the wall.
How high is this?
6 feet.
6 feet. Okay. Just pulling a Nadia.
Hey Jim, do I have to do something to have my heavy armor master feed active?
It's already active. With
Yeah,
the
it's already
resistance
active.
That's on you.
In the combat tracker, you'll see it says effects resist 3 bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, non-magic. So you are good to go. Was that the effect you were looking for?
Yeah.
Yep, so you're good. All right, Spider Dalen threw a javelin at, comes in. And it's going to attempt to web attack Wagner. Wow, was not expecting him to hit. And he will successfully restrain you with some webbing.
What does restrain mean? He can't move, or he can't attack, or either?
All right, let's pull it up here. So restrain means a creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws as well.
And is there, so like, well, okay. Is there a way for, I mean, for a web, can he do like a strength save on his round and then not be restrained?
Yep,
Or?
absolutely. He can break
Absolutely.
himself free. He can try to cut himself free.
Gotcha.
He
Okay.
can try to burn himself free. Yep, there's options. And that spider will be done.
All right, I'm gonna attack Spider 16.
Is that your fancy longsword?
It might as well have been. I do have that bardic inspiration, although I'm not sure if it would still really be on me.
It would. I've kept kind of loose track. So if you want to roll a d6 and add to it, you can.
Yeah, what the heck. I just roll the regular d6 in the window and you'll...
Yep, and I'll
figure it
just
out.
add it and tell you if you hit or miss.
Okay.
Basically, if you roll a 4 or higher, you'll hit.
But I didn't.
You do not.
You shouldn't have told him that.
You're probably right. Okay, anything from bonus?
No.
All right, Evander.
I will pull out my bow and shoot. Actually, I'll hold an action.
Okay, what action are you gonna hold?
To heal one of them if they get hurt.
Okay, so you're gonna wait on a healing word or cure wounds if you can.
Yeah,
Step
I'll
up.
wait on cure wounds.
Okay. All right. Another giant spider. It's gonna come around. It's gonna get to there. It's kind of half there, half not there. Seeing that Bogner is already pinned, that's all it's gonna do. Bogner sees a bugbear come up and is just behind the spider. The bugbear is going to take a javelin throw at Bogner. But he's going to miss. All right, Bogner. You can try a strength to get out of the spider.
Yeah, I'll try that. So what do you need me to roll?
Just a strength check. So main character sheet and left side. Yep, no problem. Use your action. I believe that's your action. Let me double check. Yep, use your action to break free of the webbing. All right. The spider comes up and doesn't do anything.
And Turdy still has a held action, right?
Yes, but again, Tertius can't see anything beyond this
The only
line.
thing I can see is this one spider.
All right, we're back to Tertius. Still,
All right.
you can hear the spiders clicking and coming up, and you can saw a javelin come out of the dark at Wagner. But you
Yeah.
can't.
So what
see
I'm going to
anything.
do is I'm going to go ahead and hit my flaming sphere. You want to give me a little circle, and I'll show you where I'm going to put it.
There you go.
See this spider. I'm going to hit that one, but I'm going to hit it at the back side of it and see if I can catch anything else because I can't see.
Sure. So go ahead and target both 19 and 16 and give them dex saves.
Let's see. I have 19 and 16. Good.
Yep.
So.
And now what I'll say is that there's enough light off that flaming sphere that you can see another like 15 feet around it.
Sure.
Which means you can see the other spider, Bogner can see the bugbear, and you can start to see the edge of that other spider in the back.
Well, Bogner had dark vision anyway. He should have been able to see that.
Oh, that's true. Derp. So Tertius can now see all that. How's that?
Well, and Evander. Evander and Tertius are the ones that didn't have the.
Correct. And they both
dark
fail.
vision.
Lay some damage on them. Some pretty good damage too.
And with that, Tertius will end his round. So Nadia, am I going to be at a -2 to hit any of the like Spider 16?
Yeah, because even though he's on the wall, it's still only a 6 foot high. So he's really just, in fact, he's just still right between, on the other side of Dalen from you. Dalen from you.
Okay, so a -2, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to hit him with my short bow. I obviously can't hit him with my staff. And I am going to kind of pull over to one side in case Evander wants to move up or back as needed.
Okay. All right. The spider's going to take another bite. And it's going to miss. And it's not going to go anywhere. So go ahead and give it another dex save and some damage.
All right, I gotta target that. I gotta take the other target off, right? So which one is that? That's 16, so
Yeah.
take 19 off.
Let me see if it.
Let me
Let me
see.
see. The creature in his turn.
This
Yep.
turn
Yep. Still gets a dex saving throw.
Still gets a dex saving throw.
Right, but I had to remove 19. I didn't want him to.
He succeeds this time, but he'll take half damage.
Okay.
All right, this bugbear doesn't have any javelins left. All right. My daughter asked me a question. Let's see.
So you're on Spider 14 now, right? Not the Bugbear.
Oh, not that bugbear. Different bugbear. All right. So you hear from within the chamber, you hear a voice call out to you saying, "Why have you come? There's no need for you to die here today. I'm going to have my other soldiers coming shortly. You're going to be overwhelmed." And he's going to just wait. Oh, ill luck. So this spider's going to move up. He's going to again do another web attack on Bogner since he recharged. Wow, hits again. But he does not like that heat, so he's going to back off.
If it makes you feel better, Bogner, I ran up next to somebody and dropped before I got an attack on him.
That sucks.
So Dalen, if you don't feel like you can hit anything alive, you can always try cutting those webs off of him. Just saying, just an option.
Only cutting the webs was a bonus action. Nah, I'm gonna try hitting Spider 16.
Alrighty. Very nice.
and that's it. And I'll be back in a minute. I need to make sure my daughter goes to sleep.
All right, Evander, you're moving up.
Yeah, and then I'll go ahead and fire a shot with my bow.
Okay, so it'll be a -2. And then control left click on whoever you're targeting. Is it the one right in front of Dalen?
Yeah.
Is it working for you or no? Very good. All right, so down in the lower left of the table next to your dice, you're going to see +2, -2. Click on a -2 button. And there you just rolled a d20. You didn't roll an attack. So click on that -2 again, and then go to your character sheet under Actions. There we go. And you miss. You have bonus action if you want. You could give somebody Bardic Inspiration. I think you have a few left.
And that will be, so I'll do Bardic Inspiration and then call it good.
Okay, who are you going to provide it to?
Let's go with the guy right in front of me.
Dalen.
Okay. Tertius, can you apply the flaming sphere effect to yourself? Just the name, so we can have yep. And then I'll just take one. Let's see. Did that just start now? Yeah, that just started now. So you're still at 10 rounds left. Okay.
Yeah, it should be.
Perfect. All right. So then, Evander, go ahead and click the magnifying glass next to your Bardic Inspiration on your Actions tab. And there's an effect there that you can drag onto Dalen. Just left click and just drag it onto Dalen, and then he'll have Bardic Inspiration.
And you can drag it to the combat tracker or to his photo, right?
Yep, to his token on the map. So you don't have to target Dalen. You can just go ahead and drag the effect over on top of him. But either way, now that you've targeted him, you can just click on the effect and it should be applied to Dalen. Now,
So I'm clicking on the effect, but it's not.
do you see the magnifying glass to the right?
Okay.
It says Bardic Inspiration, Bardic Powers. There you go.
Okay, there it is.
All right. Looks like you're probably done now.
Yep.
Oh, and did you already take one tick off of your?
I did, yeah.
Okay. All right. So in the bottom left of the combat tracker, do you see that? Do you have that up?
Yeah.
Okay. On the bottom left, there should be a flat down arrow. It should say like complete turn. Go ahead and click that. Excellent. All right. Bogner is once again restrained.
Well, we're not to him yet, though. You're at Spider 19.
Yep. So he's going to come over here. And he's going to spit a web at Dalen. But he's going to miss. And And then he's going to hiss and move away from that flaming sphere. All right. This bugbear is going to move all the way in. And he's going to use a Morning Star against Wagner. And it's going to be a glancing blow off of Wagner's armor.
Maybe the web cushioned him.
Might have, yeah. All right, Wagner.
Can I attack the spider or the bugbear without breaking free?
Yes, you'll be at disadvantage to attack, but you can definitely do that. It should automatically apply a disadvantage, so you should just be able to roll your attack.
Then I will take a swing at the bugbear.
And you miss. The webbing pulls at your elbow right as you're about ready to connect and brings the hammer short. The spider comes up, but it is not really interested in getting any closer. You guys have seemed to have found a fairly good spot. All right, top of the round again.
So Tertius. So moving it was a bonus action, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So before he moves it, I'm gonna cast a produce flame on the spider 16. See if I can take him out.
Okay, so that'll be
Okay,
-2.
so it'd be -2.
-2. Okay. Nope, missed.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and move the sphere. It's 10 feet, right? So I'm gonna move the sphere right there. Or is it 5 feet? Let me look at that again.
You can move it like, I think, 20 feet.
No,
Oh,
I
the
meant
radius is 5
The
feet.
radius
Yeah.
is 5 feet. Yeah.
where they get damaged.
Yep, 5
I don't
feet.
want to move it close enough to damage Bogner or okay. So yeah, I'm gonna move it. So if I move it, Jim, if I move it here, is that gonna be damaging within damaging range of Dalen and Bogner, or is that out of range?
I'm going to say that for Dalen, he could probably, sidestep, but for Bogner, who's restrained, probably not. Might be too close to Bogner.
So if I move it here, though, it still is probably in range of both the bugbears and the bugbear and the giant spider.
So you'll hit the giant
If I-
spider for the deck save now,
Deck save
and
now.
it is
Right,
and the
but
bugbear will
for
be
the
within
next thing
range.
if he doesn't try to run.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So I'm going to move it there, and I'm going to try to see what the giant spider does.
Okay,
I'm still targeting him, am I not?
you are. It succeeds, but a little more damage. And it dies and shudders, curls up, and then falls to the floor.
And Tertius will end his turn.
All right, Nadia?
Now he'll try a bow shot around Bogner, try to hit Bugbear 13. She might be able to go right over Bogner's head, but, she can avoid him. -2.
Yep. Easy peasy. Oh, and some good damage too. And as he swings and glances his Morning Star off of Bogner's armor, a shaft sprouts from his chest and he kind of looks down. Like, where the hell did that come from? Still alive, but he's not happy.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
This bugbear steps around. And he's going to throw a javelin at Dalen. And he's going to miss. And he's going to step back. All right. Again, you hear the taunting from the middle of the room. You're only delaying the inevitable. My soldiers will be here any minute now.
Life is just delaying the inevitable.
This giant spider turns around and it spits at Dalen. And he misses. But he is not interested in stepping up to those flames. All right, Dalen.
All right, I'll attack the bugbear. I think with that miss, I should have actually hit Bogner's webs instead.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Roll me a percentile die. Let's see what you hit. All right. You know what? Yeah. Go ahead and just roll me some damage. I'll untarget the bugbear. Just go ahead and roll me some damage with that sword. And I believe that is actually enough. It is. So the bugbear dodges and you kind of overreach and you kind of bring it down and you happen to slice right along the edge of Bogner's armor. And it kind of squeals off his armor plating as it runs down his body, but Bogner's free. He kind of looks at you and you kind of look at him and you kind of give him a, I meant to do that look.
First time.
Very nice. All right, Evander, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna open up the. Is the door already open?
Yeah, it's open.
It's unlocked. I would say that as you backed away, you closed it slightly. You can easily open it. Free action.
Okay, I'll go ahead and open it.
Okay.
And then and I'll kind of like look into the room, see what if the dwarf is in any reaction to what's going on.
He is very trussed, up, tied up, gagged. He has not been treated well. In fact, I believe he is unconscious.
Okay. I'll go ahead and just ready in action.
And what is that?
We will do healing word.
Okay. if somebody needs a healing word, you'll cast it on 'em.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and complete your turn if you're done.
So just real quick. So cure wounds is better, right? Just
Yes.
overall.
Yes.
1d8
So-
plus modifiers,
Plus
but its
modifier.
range is touch.
Right. Well, he's in touch range of everybody in the party. Is the only reason why I was.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the
Alright.
same level spell, so that's why I just mentioning it. If you care to change it from healing word to cure wounds.
Oh yeah, we'll do cure wounds instead.
So this spider.
Sat down beside her.
Yep, you don't have any curds in way.
A big flaming sphere.
Well, let's see. How brave is this guy? Huh? All right. He kind of scuttles along, and he actually scuttles kind of. Let's change that. Scuttles around and then up onto the wall, and he's going to take a bite. Oh, and he hits. So he will do 5 points of damage. And let's see. And you're going to take a saving throw, which you succeed, which is very good.
This 2018 Wood Scout is phenomenal.
And you take 5 points of poison damage. But as you feel the bite kind of heating up and kind of almost throbbing where it bit you, you kind of shake it off.
Just like Taylor Swift says.
At this point, Evander, Dalen has taken some damage. All right, check off a level 1 spell slot for your cure wounds you just cast. And Dalen, as soon as you got bit, you feel a slap on the back and your wound seals itself up. And then the spider retreats.
So I get an opportunity attack on him, don't I?
You do.
Wagner as well?
Yes, Bogner would as well. Disadvantage, of course, but he'd get an attack.
Why disadvantage? He no longer has webs on him.
Oh, that's right. He's not restrained, is he? Let me make sure I remove that. I did remove it.
They also have Bardic Inspiration.
If they need it, yeah. Yeah, so Bogner, you can definitely take a swipe. I removed your 13 Bugbear because I removed it, and you put it back on because you thought you were removing it. That's what I get for helping. You hit. Go ahead and roll some damage on that spider. Minimum damage, but you guys both smack him pretty good.
Is he stopping there?
No, he's moving another 5 feet. He gets to there, kind of squeezes in between the pillar and the wall. While they are giant in size, if you've ever seen a spider, kind of collapse itself as it squeezes through holes and things, they fit in some pretty good small spaces. All right, Bugbear 13. seeing that you guys just smacked the crap out of the spider that came in. Yeah, he'll just kind of keep swinging at Bogner, I guess. And he's going to miss. Let's see. Does he feel like risking... So he knows he's going to take damage from that fire, but he knows he's got two fighters that look like they can lay out probably just as much damage, if not more so. All right. Nope, he's going to stay. He's going to end his turn here. So Tertius, go ahead and give Bugbear 13 some lovin'. He's going to fail. Oh, almost max damage from that sphere. He is regretting his decision in life. All right, Bogner, you are up.
Well, let's see if I can end his regrets.
He's looking pretty rough, so I'm betting you could, had you hit. All right, Spider 2, it's going to step up just a little bit and spit some web straight down at Dalen. And it's going to just miss. The dwarf snores because he's still passed out. All right, Tertius, top of the round again.
The round.
Be the bugbear, give my -2, and I'll try to hit him with a produce flame.
Whoosh. Zips out between
Zips
Nadia's
out
leg,
between Nadia's leg.
glances off the wall next
Glances
to
off.
Bogner as it tries to get by him.
But you know, I know that these spiders keep coming in, and so I'm not going to keep the flame there. I think that my boys up front can handle Mr. Bugbear. They're crashing into these guys.
Okay.
Target them both, or one or the other.
Yeah, I'm going to say one or the other because they're both kind of laid out, spread out.
Spread out.
Number 2 is the one I can see the better.
Fair enough. Give
So
him that
that's
dex
the one
save.
I'll target. Just making sure I don't have anything else targeted. Got arrows everywhere.
He succeeds his dex, but he will still take some damage. 4 points. All right.
Nadia will again shoot around Bogner and try to take out Mr. Bugbear. -2. Still got him targeted.
You hit. And he falls.
And that will be all Nadia can do.
This bugbear just holds his ground. And you hear the voice from the room. Well, perhaps you've taken care of my soldiers, or they are just drunk and stupid. At which point, let's see, you would have done that last round. is going to appear. And then he is going to cast suggestion. He's going to look at Bogner and he's going to say, you should lay down your arms and walk out of this mine. It'll be the best thing that you've ever done for yourself. What was that?
But they're attached. Lay down your arms. They're attached.
All right. Where's it at here? Okay. All right. Wisdom saving throw. Here we go, Bogner. Oh. Bogner looks at him like, what are you, stupid?
He probably said they're attached.
Which point he is not real happy about that.
And I quite like his.
And let's see what he wants to do here. Nope, that's an action, not an at-will. Okay. But he will move all the way out here, so he is not in anybody's line of sight. He's no dummy to stand out there in the middle and get bow shot at. All right. This spider also hisses. Doesn't like the flame. But he will come in. And let's see. He will attack Dalen. And he'll miss. Miss with his bite. All right, Dalen.
And I will try not to miss him back. Unsuccessfully. Although I will use the Bardic Inspiration on this one. Probably roll a 1 and still miss, but what the heck, it's there.
Let's see. So no, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yep. I made your sandwich. I have your medicine. Okay. Thank you.
Very nice. All right. Evander's up again.
I'll go ahead, whip out my bow, and shoot the spider.
Okay. So go ahead and target the spider, untarget Dalen, and then click a -2, and then use your
I like that he's whipping it out.
All right, so you missed the spider and you missed Dalen.
He clicked disadvantage, not -2.
No, he didn't.
Yep.
He had -2, but he had
Why do you
Dalen
roll
targeted.
Dalen.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Missed them both.
Lucky.
All right, you're gonna move into the room. And when you get closer, you can see that this dwarf is is tied and bound, and gagged, alive, but barely. And he is definitely unconscious.
And then I'll kind of end my my turn there.
Okay, go ahead and click complete turn. All right. Excuse me. All right, the spider. Gonna move to here. Wagner, you're up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Splat.
Indeed. All right, what would you like to do now? Leroy! Oh, he's gonna just stay
No.
put.
I don't have any other actions if I move, so
So you can move. Let me see, what do you got for bonus actions? You got second wind, but you don't need it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can
I'm liking our position here.
All right. All right. He's just gonna move. So he will move him back a little bit more, so he's out of the way. That spider needs to move just a little bit more, so he's out of the way. Okay. And that's it. He doesn't want to move in there because he knows he's unconscious. All right, Tertius.
Can Tertius see Spider 2 still? With the flame sphere out there?
Yep, he can see where it moved off
Right.
to.
You can see where it moved off to.
Tertius will start by throwing that flame spear up and into Spider 2.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, you're still within that range. Yeah, I don't think there's a limit on how far once it's cast, so okay.
There's a limit, I thought. Let me look.
It's just a viewable range once you cast it. I don't know if you have to keep it within 60, but pretty much everything
It
here is
doesn't
within
say.
60. Right, it doesn't say.
Yeah, I'm still
Right, it
within
doesn't say.
60.
What I'd probably
I
say
would
is you can
assume-
move it, and then you can't control it until you get within range again.
Okay. So I smack it into him.
Yep.
And
Go ahead and give him
Yep.
dex.
Go ahead and give him.
and Tertius will go ahead and move up a little bit. Since we know that, you know, they're moving back, he wants to be able to move up. And then he will be done.
Okay. What's Nadia gonna do?
Nadia, knowing that we just got a spell cast against us, is going to go ahead and cast Silence. So I'll mark off 2 of my key points. And I'm centering it right in the middle of the room.
Okay.
And then I will end my turn.
Okay.
So I did have a question about my spell casting stuff, like the silence. Normally it's a verbal and a somatic. I know I don't have the somatic need, but is it verbal for me? I mean, do I still have to cast, or is it all just me thinking about it?
Yeah, it's probably
That's
yeah. It'd
Because
still be
it's
a verbal.
okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, and I'd say the somatic component is actually your
That's my key.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. So he's gonna step in here. Let me give him a perception check. And as he steps in and he starts to speak, he recognizes that he can't hear. And so he will step out. I want to see where he can see. Okay, so he can see along that lines.
Wasn't there a pillar in his way?
Oh, good point.
A pillar and a big spider.
Not a corner.
Okay. You can do that. Wizard's being highly intelligent. He's going to use an at-will. And let's see. You guys each get a deck save. And all you bastards succeed.
Can we tell what he did?
If anybody wants to roll an Arcana check, they can. See if you know what he attempted.
I rolled what I expected.
Oddly enough, the fighter in the group is the only one who knows, and unless he lets you know. Bogner, you've seen mercenaries use this before. He tried to throw fairy fire on you. It basically makes a target easier to hit. But he wasn't successful. All right, Dalen.
I'll let him know that he tried.
Can I see Spider 19 from where I am, or do I need to move forward 5?
I'd say you need he's partial cover. Actually, he's 3/4 cover from where you are. So yeah, you'd have to move up. Yeah, that'll give you partial cover, just that far. So -2.
if I come the rest of the way up, will I get none, or is it still gonna be partial? Whatever the next 2.5 step up thing is.
Like, yeah, it'd still be partial.
All right, so I'll do it anyway at -2. Throw a javelin at him.
Are you gonna move up another little 2.5 feet, or are you gonna stay put?
Well, did you say the 2.5 feet was no difference?
No difference.
Yeah, then I'll stay put.
You can move up and move back though still.
I know, but if there's no difference, I'm not gonna
Right, but I'm saying you have a lot more movement. I'm just
right. I'm
Now
I'm
you can
planning
see
on
the drow. He's 30 feet away from you,
oh,
and no disadvantage to him, or no -2 to him.
right. I was thinking he was farther back. Yeah, forget the spider. I'm gonna make him think about things.
I figured Dalen would be, smart about that. Nice.
Can I use divine smite on range, or is it only melee?
Good question. Let's see. Melee weapon attack.
Okay, all right. I kind of thought so.
nice. Big damage.
And then I'm gonna back out to make them move.
Okay. All right, Evander.
So I'm gonna drop like a day's ration, and then kind of like unbound his like mouth gag.
Okay. So you undo his gag. You're gonna take rations out of your backpack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of leave him on the floor. And I assume his hands are bound too.
Yep, he's bound. So if you take an action, you can undo his bindings. You can take off the gag and put down rations.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll move out towards the door.
All right.
And then
I'm gonna say all that is your bonus and your action.
All right. Kind of shout out as like a free action.
Sure.
And I'll say to the guy in the door, and I'll be like, let me know when your party arrives. I'm dying to meet them.
Oh, to the guy that's been taunting us.
Yeah.
I like that. Too bad you couldn't use that as a taunt or whatever that
Little vicious mockery. Yeah, maybe next turn.
That would have been awesome.
All right, complete your turn, because I think that's about all you're going to be able to do. Nope, he's just going to come up to here. He's going to kind of rear his two of his legs up, and his mandibles are kind of going to open wide. But he's going to just stay put. All right, dwarf.
So he wants a taste of my hammer.
Yeah, if you're willing
Yeah,
to
if you're willing
walk
to,
up to him.
Does he have to do an athletics check over the like 3 spiders and?
Nah, spiders curl up pretty easy, so it's just the one body.
It's just the one and the bugbear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
as
just
you come
kidding.
up, this spider is going to take a bite at you. Because that was his readied action. Oh, but you easily bash his mandibles away from you with your shield.
Bit himself.
As Thor would say. Oh, you did not follow the edicts of Thor. You did not bring the hammer down. All right. This spider moves over here. All right, Tertius.
All right. Well, Tertius says his action. We'll go ahead and move. First, he'll move here, and then he's going to try to hit the Spider 19 with a produce flame, I guess at a -2.
Yep.
So I missed it. But, understanding that it is moving around, I'm going to jam the flaming sphere on its back end. So it needs to do a save, right?
Yes.
And that'll be the end of Tertius's turn.
All right. How long does that silence last?
Oh, let me
minute?
look.
Thought I put an
Oh, I
effect
could have done the
put on
effect. I
Nadia.
haven't done the effect yet. It's 10 minutes. Should I do the
okay.
effect?
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's no.
I'll do it anyway.
Well, yeah, because it's concentration.
yeah,
so
'cause
if you
it's
ever take damage, you might lose it. But
I might lose it.
It didn't apply to me though.
you probably applied it to whoever your last target was.
Okay, let me try to apply it to me.
Yep, just drag it onto yourself.
Still didn't do it. There, I dragged it onto myself. All right, Nadia's gonna do a attack on Spider 19 -2.
Yep.
Try to hit it with my bow.
You do.
I've been doing good with that bow today.
Yeah, you have. You're like a friggin' archer. Just enough damage to bring that spider down.
And then Nadia, having seen the guy come in and then have done her silence and seeing him kind of back out, she knows he backed out towards those double doors. She's going to start moving around. She's actually going to tell the other guys, she's going to, softly, not to try to loud enough to alert Nesner or whoever that guy is.
Okay.
But she's going to let him know, I'm going back to the double doors.
Okay.
So I'm hauling butt.
Okay. Give me
so give
an acrobatics check
An acrobatics check.
because you're gonna skirt that
'Cause you're
corner.
gonna-
Oh, I can redo it if it's.
Yeah, because if you redo it, I
Yeah,
don't
'cause
know
if
if you get
redo it, I
quite
don't
that
know
far.
if you get quite that far.
Hey, what'd you move me out there for?
Maybe it's slippery.
I was gonna say
I
don't
was gonna say,
jog up.
don't
Go ahead and jog
up.
diagonally.
Go ahead and jog diagonally.
It's like go to there, then
Like go to there, then
there. Anyway,
there. Anyway,
All right.
yeah, that's fine.
yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Guess you get there. Blah, 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 blah. As the monk runs off.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right.
And I'm assuming he couldn't see any of that. I mean, based on what I could see.
Nope, he
Nope.
couldn't see you run off. As far as you can tell, when you ran, maybe that spider could have saw you back away, but as soon as you dropped down the
As soon
stairs,
as you
no idea.
All right. I'm going to be AFK for like 2 minutes.
All right. All right. And Bogner, you're gonna. Oh, yeah. So he's gonna cast and waggle his fingers at you again. And 3 mystical bolts of magic come out at you. But hold on a second.
Yeah, that should be entirely resisted.
Ah, yeah. Should be entirely resistant, but it doesn't have immunity against specific Fantasy Grounds can't tag spells. So 2, 1,
I
1,
just
2.
assume the force because it had the description of the force
Resistance.
force.
So it had that because it knew to do that, but the immunity it didn't know. So I'll just take those off. So he casts Magic Missile, and the bolts come around and they slam into you. Boom, boom, boom. But they kind of fizzle and almost like oil or water along a hot pan. They kind of sizzle and hop around you and fade. At which point,
That just reminded
I
me.
laugh at him.
Who did we give the wand of magic missiles to?
I thought Tertius got it.
Okay, I just couldn't remember because at one point there, I know Jerry had mentioned Bogner, giving it to Bogner for some reason, but I couldn't remember if we decided him or if we decided someone else.
I'm back.
All right.
We do have that wand of magic missiles. We just
Tertius has that.
Okay, yeah, it was just one of those things that I'd forgotten about.
All right. So he's gonna.
Yeah,
move
Tertius
up.
is having a hard enough time concentrating on the sphere and other stuff instead of having to do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Dalen.
All right, there's still that bugbear in there somewhere, if I remember right, because I don't remember seeing him drop, and there were 2 of them. And I'm gonna throw a javelin again at this guy.
Speaking of spheres, I just put a sphere into a glass,
Nice.
and now there's some whiskey going over that sphere.
You hit with your javelin. Very nice. How many javelins do you have left, by the way?
2.
That's right. You're like a walking porcupine.
And I'm gonna step back.
Okay. As you go to step back, after you step up and throw, you're right. That bugbear is there. Give me a perception check real quick. I don't care if it's out in the open or in the tower. Okay, nope. You did not recognize him as you throw. And he will get an attack on you. Alright, so Morningstar. And he will miss.
He hit the corner.
Yep, evidently. Trying to swing around and hit you. He probably connected, but didn't connect very well since your shield is right there. Alright, and now you say you want to step back. You can definitely do that. He will get disadvantage to your attack. He'll get disadvantage now.
No, if he's there, I'll stay in that at that spot.
Stay put. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. End your turn then.
I was just trying to clear the movement.
All right. Evander's going to move up. Do.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I will pull my bow out again and shoot that spider, number 2.
No, last time you whipped it out.
I know. This time it's more meaningful, more personal.
I like meaningful.
Too bad he didn't have a quarterstaff, because then he could step forward and present his staff lovingly to his opponent.
Nadia can do that, which would be very interesting.
A little wrong.
We'd have to change her gender to hermaphrodite.
Or just get her a belt of femininity, masculinity.
Yep, that's true too. Flip. Yep. And bolt sails wide in your attempt to not hit Dalen or Bogner. You succeed in not hitting them, but don't get the spider.
All right. And that is all for me.
All right. Bogner still chuckling at the drow that just figured out that he's immune to magic missiles.
All right, don't let me. I want to see where I can move to.
Okay, you're just checking it out. Gotcha. I will hold off on my itchy DM fingers.
So if I move there, that's not going to give the spider an opportunity to attack on me, right?
It won't, but you can't move through his space. So you'd have to move to here, and then to here, and to there. You'd have to physically move around the spider.
All right, how do I clear this?
Grab your token from the very beginning and move Bogner off and back to where he's starting. So just kind of shake your token, yeah. What I'll do is I'll let you try to get through this way, but you'll have to give me like an athletics check to kind of push your way through. If you can't get there by walking around him. Yeah, I'll allow that, sure. Is that what you'd like?
Yeah, I want to move there.
Is that ring that we gave you that allowed you to have the magic missile immunity?
Brooch.
Oh,
Yep,
the brooch.
yep,
That's
yeah,
right. Okay.
yeah.
That's cool. Came in handy.
Yeah, I targeted him, and then I was like, oh, he's going to be immune. Oh, but this drow doesn't know that shit. Okay. All right, what's she gonna do, Bogner?
Swing at the drow.
Oh yeah.
You hit.
Oh yeah.
He is very unhappy with you.
And I'm still laughing at him.
All right. The spider spits a web at you. Oh, and he actually hits. Wow.
They all hit him.
I think only one has missed Bogner, which is hilarious because it's really like 17, 18, 19 to actually connect. So they've been rolling really well with their little spit checks.
And not a single one has hit Dalen. Surprising.
But one of them did bite me, so
True.
All right, but he is going to move over to this side. And
I'll be okay for a minute.
okay. All right, he's still unconscious. So back at the top of the round, Tertius.
All right. Tertius seeing that everybody else is like kind of moving up.
Hey, Amon, I'm going to ask that you wait to plot your movement at your turn. That way we don't. I don't have a bunch of different lines going on. Thanks.
All right, so I'm gonna move up to here so I can see what's what. What can I see from here? Can I see the spider and the Nesner and the bugbear?
Yep, you can see them all.
What's my sphere's movement?
20 feet, I think. Let's see.
30.
Yep. And it says you can direct it over barriers and jump it over pits 10 feet wide. But you have no pits or barriers. So.
Nope, but I'm gonna pop it over here on the other side of the drow. That's going to be my bonus action. Should I do my action first?
No, you can do them in any order.
All right, so I'm going to slam it into Nesner.
All right, you swing it around, and you got enough movement with the extra 10 feet to kind of bring it over and into his back a little bit.
So I'll got him targeted. He needs to do his save. He saves.
He does save.
He takes a couple points.
It's bad. Okay.
And for my action, I'm going to go ahead and try and produce flame on him.
All right, -2 again.
-2 again.
Always. I haven't hit anything with a produced flame yet. It's just that we got a bunch of these random little fires going all over the place. Oh, got him that time. For some good damage.
Almost max damage, and he takes it and he crumples.
And Tertius will move back just enough so Mr. Bugbear can't come up and smack him without dealing with Dalen. Dealing with Dalen. That should be like a new game show.
confronting Clanky would be the other approach.
So, hold on. Yeah, okay. Never mind. I was thinking Nadia did the bow shot, but she ran off. Okay. So he's going to move back. He moves back.
Okay. Nadia's already mapped out her movement. I figured if I was out here by myself, it was all right.
Yep, and you can dash for another 45.
I will once you move me.
Okay. hops over the little flowing stream of water.
I just didn't know if you were going to make me do any acrobatic check or anything as we walk through, so I didn't want to assume.
Nah, that's only 5 feet wide. So that's just a hop and a skip for a monk.
Sure.
If it was lava, I might actually have you roll, but
It's a hop and a skip for us, and just a hop for the monk.
all right. Bugbear's gonna step up. He's gonna miss again. All right, Dalen.
So curiosity's sake, Jim, if can the bugbear move back where he was without taking an opportunity attack?
Yeah, he could.
Okay.
I missed. I'm not doing anything extra.
All right, Bard.
I will shoot. I'll ready in action. Actually, I'll go back in the room.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to tell my kids to go to bed. What are you doing again?
I'll just wait. I'll just ready in action until that guy's basically cleared, and then I'll move forward.
What's your held action? Just to move forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and complete your turn then. All right, we'll see if our dwarf is back.
He's restrained twice.
Restrained. That means he has a -0 movement. Does that mean he can move if he had a -0 movement?
He probably shouldn't have moved up, but oh well. DM's mistake.
DM's mistake.
No, he didn't move.
Last time.
No, I don't think he moved.
No, when he was still in the hallway, he was
Oh,
still
I didn't
restrained.
see it.
Restrained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Shame
see
on
if
me.
he was
Shame on
restrained.
me.
Nadia didn't see the webbing attack. She was like running.
Dalen was busy missing the bugbear.
Like as in, you missed him like, emotionally, or like you were physically swinging and missing.
Who's to say it's not both? I mean, if we're gonna mix genres, bugbears are really just fat Wookiees, aren't they?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right, welcome back. It's your turn. Give
Oh,
me
am I
one
still
second.
web?
You are restrained, yes.
The restraint confused him. Did we lose you, Kevin?
I'm here. Jim said you needed a minute.
Oh, I didn't hear Jim say that. Hey, Kev, did I tell you about the stout aged Jameson?
I don't know if you told me about that one specifically.
Yeah, so I know you said you were doing whiskeys and stuff, so I picked up a bottle of Jameson that is aged in stout beer barrels, and it really smooths it out quite a bit. It's very tasty.
So does it say that right on the bottle that that's how it's aged?
It does. Matter of fact, I'll send you a picture of the bottle. I sent it to Jim last week.
Cool. Where did you find it?
Albertsons. They have another set. Jeff said he found that was IPA aged in IPA barrels.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, I've seen both of them at Fry's. I want to say I've seen them at Total Wine, but I'm not certain on that.
All right. So it looks like Bogner hasn't done anything. You're restrained, but you can attack. You just can't move.
All right, well then I'll attack the spider.
Okay. It should automatically give you disadvantage, so nothing for you to do. Just roll. Yep, it's a pain in the ass swinging when your arms are stuck.
I would have thought that the legs would be just as important. You got to get that
Gotta have
balance.
that half step to get a little momentum, and then the shift of the hips to follow through, and then some shoulders. Yeah, when you're kind of stuck there, you can't really do all that, right? All right, spider's gonna try to bite you. He is not going to succeed. He's going to move slightly up this wall. All right, top of the round again.
Now, Tertius can't see the spider from here, but he can definitely see Bugbear 3.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
And he can get it up to bang into the back of Bugbear 3. So
It's good to know he can get it up to bang into the back of the Bugbear.
Well, you said about cross species type stuff, so.
Dragonborn and
Dragonborn
Bugbear.
and,
All right, give me a dex roll. And he fails. He's going to take it all. There he goes.
And I will try another attack. I'll do. That was
So
my
was
bonus.
that because of no loop?
What was that? No lube. he took max because of no lube. I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do a produce flame. Try to hit him again, but I'm gonna miss. And I'm not brave enough to do anything else, so I'm gonna just stop. Nadia. So I'm going to get to the doors. Is it a free action to open them, or?
I'm just checking to make sure that they are unlocked. I believe that they are. So, yes.
All right, so I will swing one or the other open. I'll swing the left one open. That's, I came around the corner. I'm kind of veering to the left. I'll swing the left one open.
Okay, it
Okay.
opens.
It opens.
You can see,
So I'll come into here and look around.
you can see Bogner, again, webbed up. You can see the spider on the wall next to you to the right. Well, not quite next to you, next to him. You can see that there looks like you're literally stepping over the drow at this point at your feet. And there looks like there's one bugbear left back by the hallway.
All right. Nadia, seeing that the critter at her feet is down. Hey, oh, you moved me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come over here and try to help Bogner out by smacking the spider.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to use my staff of defense. I'm going to attack Mr. Spider. And what? Wait, why did I roll twice?
You targeted yourself. Either case, you
Guess
missed.
you missed.
Okay. I will keep the spider targeted, and I will do my unarmed attack.
All right, you hit.
And I'll do my flurry of blows. My key's about out. I've got one more. I'll hit that and try to hit him again.
Sounds great. Not for the spider, but you hit.
So my question is, I can kind of imagine how Bogner cleans his hammer off, but do you use the same? Do you clean your fist the same way he cleans his hammer, or?
No, he just
Rubbing
Rubbing,
he
him,
just-
rubbing him on your cape? Yes, absolutely. Bugbear 3.
he steps up. He doesn't like Dalen. Dalen's too hard to hit. Evidently, so is Tertius.
Ha!
Okay, you step up there. You'll have advantage because you're flanking the bugbear, but you do feel that that heat from that flaming sphere behind you.
Yep. And I'm gonna smite this guy. So I drag the effect to myself, right?
Correct.
You smiting him just to spite him?
Yeah. Plus, it'll give me a place to move to.
So, Ammon, you know that you realize that as the night goes on, you're going to hear a lot more just weird stuff because we've been drinking.
Yeah.
All right. Bring the hammer and your sword
Actually,
through.
wait.
He drops and dies.
I want to amend that movement.
Okay.
Did I move 5 to get here? Yeah.
Yeah, you can get there, no problem.
Okay. Do I need to move again for anyone to
No.
have?
I'll give them both advantage to where you are right now.
Okay.
All right, Bard.
I'll shoot him with some arrows.
All right. Got a clear shot. He's on the wall.
All three of us grabbed a leg so the spider wouldn't move.
Yep, you hit. Definitely. Give him some damage. Since you pin cushioned him. Go ahead and roll your damage. That was just a d6. So the damage is on the right. It's the 1d6 plus 3 piercing. You just want to grab that text and drag it to the chat window. There you go. Very nice.
Little hand crossbow shoves a arrow right through its head and nails it to the wall.
It kind of shudders and slumps down, and it's kind of just hanging there. Up against the wall,
Okay.
but dead. All right. With
All
that,
right.
you guys.
Nadia will look around real quick and see that there's no other obvious opponents, and she'll drop the silence.
Okay.
I'm gonna clean the webs off of myself and then go retrieve my hand axe.
Yep. No problem. You can do that.
And Nadia is going to try to retrieve some arrows.
Same here. I'll try and retrieve some of my arrows.
Okay.
So Nadia had 5 arrow attacks, Jim.
Okay. Roll me a d4. You get 2.
Okay.
Evander, do you remember how many you shot?
I think 3 or 4.
Roll me a d4. You don't get any.
Okay.
I just did d4 minus 2.
Okay.
All right.
So Nadia will come over here and stick a toe into the face of this drow, and this one hasn't turned yet, has it?
No, this was a real drow. I'm going to unlock tokens.
So she'll kind of poke at it, make sure that Mr. Drow's dead and not just faking.
Yep. Seems dead, not faking.
And she'll look around, and I guess we.
Okay. So you guys look around a little bit. Bogner would know right away that statue is a statue of Duma Thoin, a dwarven god of mining. If anybody else, if you do a religion check, you'll be able to find out if you know it naturally or if somebody has to tell you.
Well, is he going to tell us anyway? Are you can keep this information to yourself, Bogner?
I was curious, but I don't know it.
Yeah, I'll let everyone else know.
Nadia, Evander, yeah, they're like, well, yeah, I mean, look at him. And Dalen's like, what? Who?
I'll be like, the dwarves have a god? What?
Tertius starts a dissertation on the precepts of Dumathon.
Indeed. The statue is beautifully carved. It's got emerald eyes that sparkle and shine, almost otherworldly. Again, you see the table that's strewn. It's got some papers on it, maybe a map. And it looks like there's a leather satchel.
Well, I mean, we'll search the area as well as the critters. Obviously, the spiders we're probably not going to be too interested in searching, but definitely the drow. We're going to want to see what he may have on him. We'll ask Evander because he's done this in the past for us. Can you see if there's any magic in the area?
Sure.
Okay.
Jim, there's been two ways you've had him do that before. So one was like with a spell, and the other one was with a ability.
Yeah, so looking at Evander here, so I lend a little hand. Looks like he's got one spell slot, unless you just used a first level spell slot, which I don't recall.
No, I'm maxed out on spell slots.
Yeah, so he says, give me 10 minutes. I can do a ritual. So if you guys take the 10 minutes, then Evander will have the spell cast.
Well, yeah. I mean, while he's taking his 10 minutes, so somebody I think has their mic stuck open.
Yeah, that's a monk.
That's a monk.
Okay. So while he's taking his 10 minutes, we'll search the rest of the room and see what we can find. Obviously we're searching the mage, the papers we see, all of that kind of good stuff, the bugbears.
Okay. You do find a staff that has a spider kind of motif to it. When Evander finishes, it is definitely a magical staff. You also find a key that the head kind of looks like an anvil. And then as you look around on the table and you look in the satchel, you can find some electrum and gold pieces, a few platinum, several small gemstones, and there's actually a dwarven ale mug made of what looks like electrum.
Wagner should know something
Yeah, I was
about
gonna say Wagner claims that one.
So once Evander does his little ritual, so obviously you said the staff was definitely magical.
Yes.
Within this room, did he see anything else as magical?
So as he looks around and he actually gazes upon the statue, there seems to be a very strong aura of abjuration surrounding that statue.
There's a dwarf in the other room. I think we should probably go talk to him.
Well, we'll hit him as well. Yeah, matter of fact, so his brother is still like at the entrance of the complex. So we probably, who I assume is his brother.
Right.
So we
Who's
go
looking
grab
at the
him.
table?
Which table?
So the table that has the leather sack on it with the gems and the jewels.
The party sheet? I've got the party sheet up.
No. The table where that sack is at. I want intelligent rolls from 2 people. So
It
pick
wouldn't be Nadia.
Yeah,
Nadia's
pick it.
not going to be the searcher. So I would guess that Bogner would be searching only because of the dwarven nature here. I'm not sure though. Tertius will search if people asked him to.
I'll search it.
Okay, give me an intelligence roll.
Wagner would pay attention to the statue.
So Evander, you can tell that that this is a map. The map seems to be of Wave Echo Cave. It seems to be only partially complete. Seems to be almost identically to where you guys have come through. There seem to be some markings. The markings are in Drow, though. Does anybody speak Drow?
Not any either of my characters, I don't believe.
Nope.
I'm not even sure if Drow is really a language. Let me see. It might just still be Elven.
It'll be Elven.
Drow is a language. Should be. It's an offshoot of Elven, but it's its own language. Nadia
I'll
speaks.
say it's Undercommon.
So
Nadia
it's
speaks.
Undercommon.
Well, Nadia speaks Undercommon.
Yeah, I actually don't see a Drow.
Well, they may have
language.
changed it for this
Yeah.
edition,
Yeah.
I think they did.
I
but
think they did.
I mean, from all the stuff that I've read from Salvatore and everything,
I
Drow
agree. They're their
is
own
its
thing.
own language.
So no, I'm gonna say Drow. It's in Drow, not Undercommon.
Okay.
Okay, so there's notes. So Evander, you just know that there's a couple spaces to the east of where you guys are at, like east of the barracks where the bugbears were, which is just a room to the southeast. If you zoom the map out, it's got a door on the west and the east side. East of there,
The one that had
there's-
all the tables and stuff piled against it, right?
right. Says east of there seems to be something, like something dangerous. That's what you get from the notes. It's a sense that there's something dangerous east of there. You're not sure what or how dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah, and if they had the door barred the way they did, that kind of makes sense.
Are we able to determine that this is the spider? Is there anything that gives us any clues that this is the guy that was like putting out hit marks on us?
Outside of his name in the combat tracker, anyway.
Well, this
Right.
is what he looks like.
Right, but I'm just trying to determine: can we determine that he is this person that's been chasing us, or that's been not
No.
chasing us, but has been
No.
sending out groups to kill us?
I mean, other than, he's got a staff with the spider on him, and he's got very, very dark skin. Not quite black, but still extremely like a dark gray.
And he didn't change shape when we killed him.
And that's what the staff looks like that we found, right?
Yep.
And we don't know what it is. We just know it's magical.
You just know it's magical. Yep.
I can't remember. Do I have a detect evil at will or anything like that?
Did you add that staff to our inventory?
I
don't
did.
see it.
I did.
I'll see if the
Yeah.
unidentified
Oh, it's an
name is there.
unidentified item.
Your divine
Unidentified.
sense in some aspects will let you know, but it's not really evil. They've done away with detect evil, right? It's celestial, fiend, or undead.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not going to be able to detect evil, if objects are evil. I don't even know if they have that concept in 5e actually.
All right. Well, I know that Evander, he had talked about going back and hitting, waking up the dwarf. So I think that, probably what we do is we grab this stuff that we found in here, and let's go back and I don't know if Evander has any healing spells, but Tertius could probably cast us a healing spell, try to wake up the dwarf and start talking to him.
I have a Song of Rest that I'm sure would help him.
Once you guys, so
once you
Song of Rest, if the party takes a short rest and they use a hit die, then you can apply Song of Rest to that person that uses a hit die during a short rest.
I'm
Alright.
wondering, since the other areas on this map were either up the ravine without a rope attached to it and through the barred door. If this isn't a good place to do a long rest, or a good time to do a long rest, like maybe go back to the entrance, coordinate with the guy there, wake Nundro up, even though we don't know his name yet. I wonder if we should do that process. I mean, we did go through a lot of our remaining stuff anyway.
That was my thought as well, Jeff. I was figuring we go wake up Nundro, we talk to him a little bit, we heal him so that he can talk to us, and then we tell him that who we've come up here with was Gundren, and then if he says, yeah, that's my brother, we take him back. Was kind of my thought.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
So I mean, again, yeah. So Jimmy, we've searched in here. So the one thing I wanted to ask is I didn't really get a good, clear understanding. I know that the statue's emanating magic. It's an abjuration based
Can I roll
magic.
an Arcana on it?
That was going to be my next thing. Can we tell what that is?
Sure. Let me do something here. So abjugation is basically it's magic that protects things, protects stuff.
Sure.
Somebody want to
Can
do
we
an
tell-
investigation or arcana around the statue?
I think that I think that we know that it's magic, so I would figure, we'd be trying to figure something out about it.
Once again, Evander thinks he kind of understands what's going on with the statue. Nadia in true form has no effing clue. But Bogner and Tertius both. Bogner kind of steps up and goes, "Oh, we need to leave this statue alone. I mean, obviously it's a statue of Revere Dermathoin, but those eyes." And he kind of looks up, and just as Tertius also looks up and says, "Oh, yeah, whole ceiling will come down if we mess with it." And you each kind of look at the pillars to the right and the left of the main statue, and you both come to a conclusion that yeah, it'd be bad to mess with that statue because that whole northern end of this room would basically collapse on top of whoever is around that statue.
All right. Well, good to know.
Yeah, I'll take a few steps back.
So we're gonna go talk to the dwarf. We're gonna try to wake him up.
Oh, and Jim, I was pressing buttons and I made myself invisible 3 times, so you might want to clear those out for me.
So if you applied them to yourself, you can click on the winged boot and you can remove them from yourself.
Oh, interesting. I hadn't found that one.
So Tertius will will heal Nundro.
So Nundro is just unconscious, doesn't need to be healed. Tertius
Okay.
can see that as soon as he's up there.
Well, you said he looked like he was pretty beaten up.
He's got some bruising, but he's not what I would say, as wounded, right?
Gotcha.
He's been beaten up pretty good, but he's not wounded. He's not going to bleed out. So as you wake him up, he is very happy, and he's like, "Wait, the drow in the next room and his spider pets, are they still there?"
Well,
we
Dalen,
took care of
we'll let you lead this convo like we usually do.
Oh, no, we took care of him.
So Evander steps in. Oh no, they're dead. He says, "Oh, great." So at this point, yeah, he's like, "Hey, I don't know much more about this cave. We didn't really we didn't explore it before we got attacked by the bugbears. Um, is my brother alive? I I just they clubbed me and I went unconscious and I don't know anymore. I haven't seen him."
I believe he's at the entrance.
Well, there was we. He has two brothers, I think, is if I remember right. Yeah, because we found one of them dead at the entrance, and the brother we we came here with, we left back there with him.
Yeah. So he says, "Thardan's alive, really? Oh, praise Doomethorn."
And I'll actually correct him and say no. Grundon's alive. I think we found Tharder dead at the entrance.
Yeah, you guys did. He says, "Oh, oh, that's he always was a fighter. But if Gundren's here, well, that's something at least. Did he bring you? Good thing."
Yeah, he brought us. We left him there several hours ago.
Okay. So at this point, are you guys gonna? What do you guys want to do? You want to take him back out the way you came?
Yeah, I'll ask him what he wants us to do with him. Just ask him if he wants us to go take him back out, and then we'll continue our search, or if he wants to search with us.
Nundro says he'd be happy to come with you. Again, he doesn't know much more than probably you guys do. In fact, he probably knows less since he got knocked out and drugged back here. But he'd be happy to explore with you, absolutely.
I'll pipe up and say that we all need a longer rest to recover after getting this far into it. So, and could probably bring you back and introduce you to your brother, and we all rest together. So, I mean, the whole protection in groups, because leaving him out there alone for 10, 12, 14 hours, however long it turns out to have been by himself, might not be the best approach.
Okay. Nundros lets you know, says, well, we've never seemed to have anything attack here. At least I don't recall them fighting anything other than, well, I'm assuming you guys, since I was unconscious while you guys were fighting, but they seemed to throw me in here and not have any issues.
Did we search this room also?
Did you what?
We haven't yet.
Yeah, we want to search this room also.
Yeah, there's nothing in here except for the rations that Evander laid on the floor.
Okay.
And some, raggedy bindings.
Huh. Nadia will go. I think Gundren would love to know that his brother's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take him back.
Nadia is definitely agreeable. Tertius is easy either way.
I'll ask him if he's, able to walk and still good.
He is.
Health-wise.
He's like, if you guys think that's best, yeah, go ahead and lead me back to my brother.
All right. We will.
So that's what we're gonna do, Jimmy.
Okay. Well then, let's have the new guy, Amon, roll me a d20, just a straight natural d20 all by itself. Roll that in the chat window. Okay. You guys make it all the way back. I will drag you there.
So are there some unexplored areas?
Yeah, we still got a lot of unexplored areas, Kev.
Yep.
And the door with the bar on it or whatever is the one that's kind of that room that has the two doors on each end.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not a bar. It looked like they barricaded it. It's got tables and stuff stacked up against it, and that's what I understand is the map indicated that there looked like there's something dangerous beyond that door.
Yep. And
Okay.
Nundro, when he sees the key, he tells you that that key with the anvil actually is the key to the priest quarters where you found him.
Oh, the locked door that Evander picked.
Yes.
Gotcha.
All right, so you guys get back to here. Now, you guys know that you've been attacked by sturges coming in and out of this cave's entrance, mainly from the eastern cave at the bottom of the ravine. Do you still wish to camp here? Or maybe set up, I don't know, something that might discourage sturges? Or
Oh, we killed them all the first time.
Yeah. Let's see.
And we didn't
Oh.
camp there. We camped over in the western corner.
yes. So when you guys come, there's Gundren was basically sitting at the entrance, kind of looking at the cairn that he had made for his brother Thardan. And as he hears that you guys are coming, he tentatively looks back in, and as Nundro's basically calling out, there's a nice happy moment with the two brothers being rejoined. And Gundren shows Nundro where the cairn is, and they go off and stand next to the cairn for a moment. Gundren does look at you and thank you as you had brought him back one of his two brothers. So do you guys want to rest here, I assume? Get a nice long rest?
Well, we need a long rest. Nadia will be voting for a long rest.
Okay, does anybody want to try to investigate some of these items?
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah.
gauntlets that are magical. Evander would have told you that those gauntlets, good night, are showing some magic, as well as that staff.
I mean, Nadia, Tertius would both be like, well, we'll look at them. I don't know if we'll find anything, but they would both investigate it.
So to investigate, a person would have to kind of hold it and concentrate on it for a short rest, or at least part of their long rest.
Is that going to entail that they don't get the benefit of like spells and ki replenished? I mean, ki only takes a short rest anyway, so Nadia can definitely do that.
Right.
But for the spells, do we need the full long rest? And so it would not be beneficial for those with spells to do that?
Probably not.
All right, well, then Tertius will not do the investigation. Nadia will investigate the two different items.
She can
Just
grab
because
one.
She only needs 4 hours of meditation anyway.
Oh, she's only a trance? Yeah, so she can check him out. Okay.
Okay.
So will I still be able to get my action shards back if I take a look at the gauntlets?
Let me apply a long rest, everybody.
Did you hear Kevin's question?
There we go. Say that again, Kevin.
I was just asking if I would still get my action surge back if I studied the gauntlets.
Yeah, you will. All right. So Bogner, looking at the gauntlets, they are very nice. They're gauntlets of ogre power.
Oh, did he do a roll? I didn't know we rolled yet.
So I've done some research. So the rules actually say if you just concentrate on an item for a long rest, you get to know what it is.
Well, that seems a little bit.
So go ahead and roll me an Arcana. Let's just see.
Wait, doesn't that seem easy?
That does seem easy. But again, a lot of stuff in 5e is easy.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
remember-
Okay.
He rolled
Remember-
really
Great,
well.
he does. He knows there are gauntlets of ogre power. Woohoo!
All right. Yeah, I like the Arcana roll. So who's going to do the spider staff? Nadia?
I'll do the spider staff. I mean, I don't need to get any spells back, so I'm good.
Okay.
And remember, we can cast 18 magic missiles, 3 at a time.
I'll be
for
back.
a rest with that wand that we got.
True.
Although I guess it probably doesn't recharge all of those points each long rest, but still.
No, doesn't.
All right. That's a good roll. So the spider staff has now been identified. And if somebody wants to take a little sip of that potion that's unidentified, I can let you know kind of what that is.
Well, Nadia, knowing that she's got a good natural resistance to stuff, we'll take that little tiny sip.
Okay. You actually feel kind of revitalized a little bit, or given some extra vitality. It seems you get this very brief sense of being refreshed, because as you just take a little bit on your tongue, kind of thing, and it is a potion of vitality. So it gives you max hit points for any hit die, and can also cure you of disease or poison or even exhaustion. Pretty good potion.
Ooh. So does anybody else use a staff?
I would think anybody could, really.
That's what I was asking. Is anybody else that spider staff? I mean, if nobody else is going to take it, Nadia will take it. But I mean, she's already got a staff of defense. She doesn't really need it. But the fact that it hits and causes additional poison damage.
Tertius would say, I only have my light hammer.
I'll take it.
Evander would?
Yeah. But I'll be right back.
So I'll let you guys have that discussion between Tertius and Evander.
Well, I mean, the only question I would have to Evander is, I mean, you use a rapier. You're kind of, that's your specialization. Why would you switch?
Yeah, when he
I
gets
would ask
back.
the same.
Yeah.
I would ask the same thing of Tertius, in all honesty. Well, but I think you need to actually chime in on that one because Evander is your brainchild.
Yeah, I'll remind him that he's a dex-based, and quarterstaffs aren't dex-based. But the druid's not dex-based, so it probably makes more sense for him to have it.
Right, and so he. I gotta look and see what can he use.
Plus, if we're swapping out Evander for his character at some point.
Yeah, the staff will eventually be given back to the party. That's kind of a cool magic weapon, so I would do that anyway.
I don't actually see. How do I determine what
Abilities?
Tertius-
Ability.
Abilities tab, and then you can see proficiencies. And I believe a quarterstaff is a simple melee weapon, so if it
And
says
it is
simple weapons,
quarterstaff,
then
so
you're
he
good.
could-
weapons.
yeah,
and
so
then
he-
you can-
I mean, so Tertius would probably be. Well, hell, I don't have any magical stuff. I'll definitely take that. I mean, if I'm looking at it from that perspective, because when you look at that staff, I mean it. If you do make a hit, it's a additional 1.6 poison damage on a hit.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
And while Nadi would love that, at the same time she prefers, since she's front line, to have the extra AC.
Okay. Let's see. So it's 11:30. We'll figure you guys will figure this last little bit out. Might be a good place to start before you decide whether or not you're going to delve back in. One of the things
the
that
things
fine.
that
you still know about is there's this mythical forge of spells, right? That supposedly was a part of this dwarven mining enclave.
Hey Jeff, what's your strength?
16.
You should play the gauntlets then.
You have an 18, right?
I'm already at a 19, so they won't do me any good.
Oh, okay.
So until you've like decided to use points and stuff to raise your stuff up, you're gonna benefit more than anybody else.
Right. All right. I'll take them.
All right, go ahead and drag them into your inventory. And let's see.
Now,
Okay, I'm
once
okay.
you get to a natural 19, if you're gonna go ahead and do that, then you might move them somewhere else.
Right.
Actually, an 18. What does a 19 versus an 18 really give you?
A coolness factor of I've got a 19.
That's what I thought.
Encumbrance?
But it goes to 11.
There might be some encumbrance there, yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't really done anything with encumbrance at all, so. And you're not deciding that you're going to be a walking backpack. And we got a bag of holding too, so. Thank God for good rules early on in our careers.
So how do I apply? Because I've equipped the gauntlets. How do I actually apply the?
I'm going to give you an effect.
Okay.
So you attune them as well, right? So you've got, is that your only attuned item?
Actually, there's also the gauntlets of climbing, it's swimming and climbing, which are.
So you can't wear them both at the same time.
So you can, but the gloves are not attunable. So he's got gloves.
He's got-
Oh, they are attuned. Yeah, so you'd
They
have to
are
do one or
attuned.
the other.
Yeah, based on what we've done so far, the gloves have much less use to me, so someone else can attune those.
All right.
I'll throw it back in the party sheet for now.
Maybe give those to Evander.
What do they do?
Although I don't know. After I moved to the party sheet, I guess I can't
back.
get rid of attuned on it.
I can do that.
Almond is back. So we were talking. So Tertius would be definitely interested in the quarterstaff. And mostly just because he doesn't have any magic items yet, and he can definitely use that as a melee weapon.
Right.
Okay.
And Evander's more of a dex build. He can use it, but
No, you can have it.
so the gloves of swimming and
So
climbing
swimming-
basically give you +5 doesn't you can climb and swim with no extra movement used, and you get a +5 bonus to strength and athletic checks made when you use it.
I'll take those.
So Jimmy, I just dragged the staff to Tertius.
Okay.
But
Into his
I don't see
inventory.
it.
In,
I did,
Okay.
but I'm not seeing it. I could just be loaded.
Did you
I still
drag
send you
the
party sheet.
shield?
I thought I did. Oh, it's still in the party sheet. I'll try it again.
Yep. Grab the shield
I
on the
thought
right
I-
side. There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
There it goes. All right. So, do you want to create a anything about that item? So I got the spider staff as an ability to attack with it.
Yeah,
But it's
I'll
also
do
has
some
a spell
fixing.
stuff. And you can do that offline. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
But
I'll
he
do
will
that.
I'll do that. After.
I'm assuming it needs to be attuned, does it not?
It does.
And so then the spells of so he's got the gloves of swimming and climbing now, and those are now he's attuned those. And so Jeff, you need to attune your gauntlets, right?
Yes.
And how many attuned items can you have at one time?
3.
Okay. So spider staff. Oh, okay. You already made the note that it's attuned. Thank you. So Tertius has a ring of protection that's attuned, and then the spider staff that's attuned.
Yep. Jeff, you have a Gauntlets of Ogre power under your items with an effect for Strength 3, which you can apply to yourself.
So my ability score it won't show up, but when I do things that are strength based, it'll treat that. It'll add that.
Yes. Yes. So what happens, it'll calculate that your strength is a 16 plus 3. It'll update your modifier, and
Okay.
then your effects will show that.
We'll show that.
Okay.
So as you see, you just got a +4 to your strength check.
Right.
Alrighty. All right.
All right, so we've long rested. So everybody should have their spell slots and key and whatever else back, right?
Yep.
We've
Yep.
identified everything that we could identify, which was everything. So our next, I mean, we're ending, but so our next conversation is really around what are we doing? Are we going to go ahead and continue exploring where we've already gone, or are we now going to go back down and go to the east?
Well, there's this huge. They have it marked down as a map. That this is a very dangerous area. I think we should.
Right, that's the place where. So if you look at the map that we have up already, you see there's a room with 2 doors, one on the west side, one on the east side, and a bunch of beds in it.
Yeah.
That's so that room to the east is the dangerous area.
You guys want to go check that out?
Well, I think that's part of our discussion that we need to go to, because if you look at the whole map, there's still a lot we haven't opened. So, do we want to leave that till last and run if we need to, or do we want to check it out and potentially disturb something that's going to chase us? But I think that's a discussion, because I think Kev, you're about done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
would be a
let's have
good
that
time to
next time.
stop. Yeah.
So I think that those are the discussions that we have next time.